Coach. Thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. You're out. Check
Now the Georgia Southern man is Matt Breida. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert 3. He's coming.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
66. Bullet high. Ready, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for, but this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Back to throw, Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike, 55.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I'm here all day. Motion, motion, motion. Check 55 to Mike. Check 57.
First carry for James Conner. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Watch twist, lady. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Now Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
I'm coming.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, shoot. Mike 55. Man out. Mike 55, Mike 55. Man 80. 90 here. Check 55.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 22. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 19 yards away. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. Bravo. Mike's 50. And we heavy on the edges.
Darnold from the gun. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 55. Hey. Mike 55. No, lady. Tighten up. Pull it together. Alert 3.
Again, Darnold. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
To the air again, Darnold. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Let's go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I hope you brought your reps, because I'm about to take you to school. Man, lady. 55. Go. 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike.
Now it's Darnold. That is caught by Williams. He's got a Jets touchdown. Preston Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the ready. 53 is the mark. Blue dot torches. Box shot. Check. And go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. I'm coming. Out.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready, set. 53. Check 53. I smell fear in that offense. I smell. Recon, 132 fight. Check. What happened?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. one. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Three down. Hey, check.
A final shot before the break. Darnold flushed out right. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Mark 55! Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Check him out. Check the call. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's just me and you.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Lady. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. I said, check 55 to mine. Check 55. to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Go 80.
From the 39, Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Flush to his right, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 43. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. I
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This is Breida. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, it's Bell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Orban, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, defense, let's go. Check 55 for Mike. Check 55 for Mike.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, see it. Kill. Ready, go.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready. 90. Wolf. Watch the run. Check. Ready. Check.
Room to run inside the 40. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
First down, Jets.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On first and 10 is Counter. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Jalen Ramsey brought him down. A gain of 4.
We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got.
2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Come on, set. 160 Pittsburgh. Time to go, night-night.
Now it's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 4, 53. What's the run? Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Pilot, 64, weak. Joker. Check.
Breida, he'll try the right side. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Chopper. That's it.
Second and 13. Buying time to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Second and 4. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, Why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running out of the gun here, Breida. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Chopper. Check three. Exit. Mike, 53.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A first down throw, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go, baby. Return over. Let's get that ball. Get that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.